Alrighty, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. If you're watching in the stream, I'm Charlie and I am DMing. We are doing Dragons of Stormwreck Isle, and we will go through and get some player introductions. So starting off with player 1.
Hello, I'm Matt. I am playing Balric, a Dwarven Ranger.
Okay. And then we will go to Jackie, player 2.
Hi, I'm Jackie. I am playing Faith, Tiefling, Paladin, Warlock.
Okay. And Devin up next.
Wrong. That's the other half. So, slight correction.
Oh, Derek.
I'm Derek.
Oh my gosh.
I'm playing Harag.
My eyes shifted as I was reading my little thing. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, now let's go for Derek / Devin.
Welcome back, everyone. My name is Devin. I am playing Duper Thundermint, a Haragon Paladin.
I told you all, me switching my computer off really set everything off. And then, last but certainly not least for tonight, Gavin.
Hello, I'm Gavin. I'm playing Vera, the cleric of the group.
Okay, and boom, here we go. Does anyone want to give a recap of where we last left off? And I'll jump at once.
I mean, I wasn't here.
Did it last time.
I didn't watch the stream to remind myself.
Well, I remember y'all took a tour of the camp, and you had with Sugar Majigga. Forget his name.
Yep. Then we fought some sea ogres down with
Yes.
Blep with his little dagger.
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty good. You all did a lot of eating. I feel like was most of what we did.
Yes,
We had a really decent meal. The stew made all of us wish we could have stew. But yes, so you all had finished up resting. You had earlier the previous session. You all had just gotten out of the water thanks to Faith, who you all met, and then you were taking a rest when Blep came in looking for his dagger, because Turok and him had been chased down by some sea ogres, and then afterwards, as a sign of gratitude, Turok spent some time preparing a pretty delicious meal, really showing his culinary skills to the group. Okay, so he also had mentioned some possible difficulties with his apprentice that he was working on teaching herbology to. And Faith also, at the start of the session, while everybody else was long resting, since she is native, well, not native, but knows the island, had spent some time with Mila, the tinkering kobold, and that is kind of where we're going at. So we will go ahead and say it is evening, well, because you finished up dinner, and you all are headed to your bunker that you set up to take a long rest. Is there anything in the evening that anybody would do before retiring? And then we can jump in.
Other than my nightly rituals, I probably wouldn't do anything.
Well, you know you're not off the hook. What nightly rituals do you have going on?
So, going to it. So, to make sure the true evil spirits that follow me never unleash themselves upon the monsters that I put myself around, I must continue a promise that I made to a family member that is doing prayers to the god of hell, the god that saved me, and continuing my praise and continuing to send souls to her.
I'm not sure why I ask at this point. It's always something to do with hell.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Anybody
Okay, so-
else who has some maybe less fiery rituals in play?
Um, since Vera only needs really like 4 hours to take a long rest, they will take that long rest and then use the morning to start preparing food, to gather some herbs and gather some vegetables and stuff and prepare food for the morning.
Okay. And I will come back to that one here in a second with you. Okay. Anybody else with any nightly rituals or early morning things that you would take care of?
I probably spent some time whittling away with my wood carving tools, but
Okay.
Yep, just kind of keep my hands busy. Just kind of making sure that everything on my armor is all good, and like restringing my bow and stuff like that. So
Excellent. Yeah. So, similar to somebody who might like read and things before going to sleep, you all kind of go through your preparations to get ready for the evening. With it being your first night, so since you all had a rough morning from the storm and the ship crashing, you all had rested throughout the day, but this is your first evening, with the exception of Faith being at Dragon's Rest. So, would anyone be on watch, or do you all feel secure in being there?
Vera feels pretty secure being there. I don't think they would set up.
Okay.
Yeah, with kind of with the track record of the short time being here, it almost seems as if there is a problem, there is always someone to kind of warn us. So Duper would just kind of take that as someone else is already on watch. So he would just do his little burrowing to get ready for bed and then take his rest.
Okay. Yeah, so you all get settled for the evening. The evening passes without any alarm or anything. Anyone who might like wake up in the early morning, you are greeted with a thunderstorm. Like the rain is pretty heavy as you look out the door, the window. Peering out, you can see quite a bit of rainfall coming down, and so Vera, as your character would go like looking for herbs and things. I'm not sure how much you would have them venture, like how far with the rain, but would be welcome to explore. It doesn't look to be as ferocious of a storm as what resulted for you all coming in, but you can definitely like being up on the like incline where you all have your rooms that you're resting in, like you can definitely see the sea is clashing away at the rocks and things in that area where you had been. Anyone who presumably would be awake at this time. And then, Kira, you'd said,
With that,
yeah, go ahead.
With that, can I like comb the beach just for stragglers, equipment, stuff like that?
Yes, definitely. Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Oh, this will be lovely. 17 plus 0 is 17.
Okay. Yeah, so as you go down to the beach and you're taking a look around, the beach where you all like came in upon, you are finding like washed up boards and things, which would be pretty. I mean, you wouldn't necessarily know this, but pretty typical considering your ship had just crashed the previous day. But like you don't find any stragglers or any sign of a new ship crashing in that area. Nothing is coming into view for you on the beach.
Then yeah, I'll just continue, milling about.
You had mentioned helping to prepare like breakfast. Is that something that you're do? Okay, yeah. So after kind of combing through the beach, seeing if there was anything or anyone that you could help, Vera goes up to where you all had dinner the previous evening, and you can see that not like everything, but a good amount of the like leftovers are still kind of out at the table, kind of allowing for people to come and graze, if you will, as they pass through. Definitely opened up for people. In the kitchen, you do hear some clamoring around happening in the kitchen.
I'll definitely go check that out, being the curious person I am.
Yeah, so you head into the kitchen and you're greeted with a pretty deep, much deeper than my voice. Oh, good morning there. I hope I wasn't too loud. I didn't wake you, did I?
No, no, no. I'm an early riser.
I was just
hoping I
pulling
could-
your leg. The kitchen's too far away from your quarters to have woken you.
You'd be surprised how much I hear.
Did the storm, did that happen to wake you?
No, I just think think honestly, just an early riser. So sorry. I don't know why that happened. Yeah, just an early riser. Can't really help it most of the time. Time works differently where I'm from, so time is a little bit weird when you switch things up.
Yes. Well, here time seems to be different than any other place that I've been before previously. And, I don't know if I had said it, but you are talking with, Turok, by the way.
Is there anything I can do to help you? You seem to be doing something.
Yes, I'm, trying to prepare breakfast. I was waiting on, Farmer Thomas to come by, but he, probably has something going on with the storm and everything back at his farm, so I'm afraid it might be a little bit of a smaller, breakfast compared to our dinner, but that should be alright, I suppose.
Do you think he needs checking up on? Just in case, the storm just ravaged his home. Not ravaged, just if he's having trouble with the storm, I'd love to help if I could.
It should be alright for now. I mean, we'll give him until after breakfast, and if we need to, we can take a look. You said you wanted to help. How about you go clear off the table from yesterday? You can leave out any fruits or anything that we had left over, but bring in some of those items from dinner. We can see what we have that we can make.
Yeah, and I'll just start helping around preparing breakfast.
Excellent. I appreciate it. I was hoping to have a little bit more, but we do have some eggs and things. Maybe we can prepare something of substance for us. Do you cook?
I do cook. Mix some herbs around, some light alchemy sometimes. I'll just help where I'm from. Just help around everywhere I can go. Maybe we can take those eggs. I can pick some vegetables in the garden. We can make some omelets.
That's a fine idea. And I think we have a little bit of cheese and some meats that we could add in as well.
Try to make things last.
Excellent. Well, I will. How about you go? It looks like you've already gotten soaked. So how about you go and you gather up those vegetables, and I will clean up from last night and get us ready to prepare breakfast then.
I'll be back as soon as I get them.
Excellent. At this point, it would be, I would say, probably like 7:30 in the morning, for anyone who would be kind of moseying awake. Is there anything that you all would do? And it can be that you can come to where you last ate. That's always a fair place.
Yeah, I'd
every
probably.
morning. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's all good. You go first.
First thing every morning, I clean my blade. Make it shine.
Yeah,
Or devil.
as you're taking care of that, so you room with Mila, and so being curious, she always, even though you've done it hundreds of times, just kind of stares and is mesmerized watching you as you work away at making your blades shine nice and shiny. Shiny things definitely attracts Mila.
I do this every morning.
I know, but it just never
say
seems to be. It just never gets dull.
That's the point.
Andy has a point, see?
I would probably head back to where we ate supper and just see if there's like anything I can do, like see if there's, even with the rain, I'd see if there's any like hunting I could do or anything like that to try and get more meat for him. So
Yeah, as you come in, Turok is in the process of juggling quite a few dishes and things from the table that you all ate at, carrying it into the kitchen. Oh no. Sorry, Twitch, freaked out on me. Carrying it into the kitchen, and he kind of, is startled a bit, as he feels a presence coming in. Oh, I didn't think you'd be back from gathering the mushrooms quite so fast.
I didn't head out to grab any mushrooms.
Your voice has gotten deeper as he turns around. Oh, okay, yes, you were right. You did not head out to gather mushrooms. How'd you sleep?
Oh, I always sleep pretty good. It's tough for me not to. So
I feel that once my head hits the rock that I sleep on, I'm out, just like that.
it's always a good thing to be able to do. So I did just want to check and see if there was any help that you could use in gathering meat or anything like that. I'm a fairly skilled hunter where I come from, so.
Well, with this storm, it might be difficult this morning to find good game around here, but I will definitely take you up on that offer for definitely, especially, are you good at fishing?
I guess I've never tried fishing, but I could give it a shot sometime.
Ah, so you're only a particular type of hunter, I see.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, more of a on land hunter.
Ah, but didn't I see you with a shark yesterday? Or was that not you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I actually shot the shark with my bow. It was from a little ways away, so
Ah, so it appears sometimes you're able to hunt in the water.
yeah, I might have to create a new form of fishing using my bow.
I imagine that could be quite disadvantage for you. Well, if you wouldn't mind, I know what was their name? Red hair. I'm sure you probably know more than me.
Oh, Vera?
Yes, Vera, that's who it was. They've gone to gather up some vegetables, mushrooms, and things so we can make omelets, but as you can see, we were up chatting far too late last night, and we've got a bit of cleaning to do before we can prepare breakfast, so if you wouldn't mind, you can lend a hand in here and get things set up, so once we have the food that we need, we can get to cooking and get to serving up some breakfast.
Yeah, gladly. I'll start picking up I'll just go and start picking up any dishes that he couldn't quite get in his first trip and help clean up. So
I believe there's a rag back there if you want to, wipe them down and get them ready so we don't have a lot of extra dishes and we have so many people who pass through to grab a bite each day.
perfect. Yeah, I'll do that. So
Alright, Harag, who are you sending to hell this morning?
Well, doing a slight morning prayer, thanking Miss Hell, the goddess of death, for not killing me in my sleep. I will make my way down to where I last knew there was food and murder a plate of food.
As one does.
Yeah, and I would say, Vera, you have returned with gathering up some vegetables and mushrooms, and so as Harag is coming in, you would already be in the kitchen helping to prepare breakfast with Turok.
Yeah. I just gathered everything I could. I put a few extra carrots aside for.
Carrots in an omelet. That seems to be an interesting choice. Is it for that
Not for the
rabbit
omelet.
fella?
Yep.
I guess that makes sense. I can see that being the case. And you said you cook. I myself, I mean, as you know, last night I prepared the meal for us, but omelets just aren't something I have gotten a hand on. When I go to flip it, it just seems to go everywhere. Do you have any tips you could give me?
What you gotta do is you cook the bottom first, and then you start laying your ingredients on the top, and then you fold it in half. Continue cooking the bottom, flip it, continue the top. The cheese keeps it all together.
Ah, the cheese is like paste.
Yes.
'Cause we have not invented glue yet.
Oh, it's coming.
I would be disappointed if it didn't.
And horses?
Welcome to Dragons of Stormwreck Isle, the Inventor Edition.
I think we're up to 8.
And then, Duper, my friend, I think you're the only one who is not awoken yet.
Yes, so even though I have a very short stature, I know how to slumber very deep. I would get up and kind of ready myself for the day, kind of brushing out knots that have come about in my fur. And I would make my way to, again, the last place where we had dinner, because it's very, very familiar to me. And I would just kind of see if there was anyone there and kind of try to see where I could kind of fit in to help out.
Yeah, as you approach, and are heading up and leaving, and so remembering that in that, like, little, area, there's those 4 rooms, you all are in the very first, and then, there are a couple in between, and the last one is where all the kobolds are. And so as you're getting up and popping your way to where there was last carrots for you dangling, the kobolds are also kind of getting up, and you can hear them tossing about and being loud and obnoxious as they're getting their day started. And as they see you going by, they yell out to you, "Good morning, Bunny. How are you?"
And a good morning to you. I am doing quite well. How about yourselves?
Ah, I've never been better. I like the rain. It just kind of slides off my scales. It looks like it doesn't do that to you, though.
It does not. I don't mind getting wet. It is when my fur decides to finally dry that I do not quite enjoy. It makes me look goofy.
You poof up.
I do.
We've seen some people, their hair does that sometimes when it rains and they've been here.
It's annoying.
Oh, I didn't mean to be annoying.
No. The rain seems to be quite annoying. Not you. I actually really enjoy your company.
Which one of us do you enjoy most?
Why, that is such a hard decision. I could not dare to pick one.
Can you name all of us?
Crap.
I'm just pulling your chain. Or your ears, rather. I don't even know if I can name all of us.
It is quite hard sometimes to remember names.
Yeah, yours is easy though, Bunny. Kind of like Buddy, but Bunny. Seems fitting.
Well, I'm not too keen on people calling me Bunny, but for you,
I'm
I
not
will
keen
allow
on
it.
people calling me Lizard, and it happens. I mean, sometimes you just have to roll with it.
I agree. Sometimes being the bigger person and just letting some things slide seem to work out better.
Oh, I don't know if I can ever be the bigger person. I'm always pretty small. And I think you are too. Was I not supposed to say that? We should probably eat. We should go find breakfast.
Yes. Lead the way. I will keep you company.
And then with that, you see a trail of 7 of the kobolds coming out of the room to lead the way while you stand there in the rain as it is crashing down on you. So much for not getting too wet and poofy.
I did it so maybe I could make you laugh this morning.
I always like a laugh. Tarak, he's not one for laughter too often, so I appreciate it. Okay, and with that, everybody is at the main room where you all had dinner the night before. The table has been cleared and set, and just as Duper kind of comes through the door, the rain breaks and some sun begins to come out from behind the clouds. And as that happens, Blep turns and like looks at you, Duper, and says, "Oh no, are you going to get poofy now?"
It will take some time. But yes, I will get poofy. So glad it decided to stop as we make it to where we are going to eat.
I mean, it could be worse. At the table that they have us sit at a lot of times, there is a little hole up above, and sometimes we get splashed on a little bit if it's really bad rain. So you could be at our table. You're about our size, so I could see if they run out of seats at the big table, they might have you come sit with us.
It does not matter where I sit. I will always be much appreciative of any sort of hospitality.
See, I just wish I could sit with Renera and Tarak and Barneth. I don't think you've met her yet. She's always out and about. She's probably not even here this morning. But they always have things to talk about, and they're afraid we would tell everybody whatever it is that they whisper about. Faith gets to sit with them, though.
It seems to be quite a popular person.
Yeah, I think so. I think she's been here a while. I can't really remember. I barely remember yesterday, but I do remember that my Grim Cleaver was definitely needed, and Tarak had said no, and then those ogres were chasing after us, and then I defeated both of them single-handedly with my Grim Cleaver. Do you remember that? I do.
You fought quite bravely on the beach. I watched the whole thing.
I didn't even go down once. Not once. I just kept swinging. I just kept going and going. They didn't stop me. Those ogres didn't stand a chance.
Well, hopefully that is the last we will see of them.
Well, of course it will be, because I didn't let them go until they were, like, dead. Oh no. Do you think they're gonna come back like the people in the boats do? Oh no, did we make this worse?
I do not think you made this any worse. In fact, I think you made it much better.
That's right. I'm what do they call it? There's a word for it, but I can't remember. Okay. As you all sit down, and the sun is kind of coming through, filtering through the windows, and there's this warm glow that is descending upon you. Tarak, he comes out with not quite as simple as a breakfast as he had originally thought, and as he comes to the group where he doesn't have quite the lavish spread that he had the night before, he looks at the group and he's like, "I apologize that this is a little more modest, but thanks to your friend Vera, they were able to go and gather up some herbs and help to create omelets. So it is a little more than I had thought. So we have some omelets and some bread and some simple cheeses for breakfast. And I believe there's a little bit of fruit left from yesterday as well here for you all." And he sits down the tray where he's carrying out the food, and he offers to the group a kind smile as he continues. With all the storms, it seems the shipments that we tend to get from Neverwinter and Waterdeep they continually have been delayed. It's been a while since we've been able to rely on getting anything exported here, and even the caves where I find the best mushrooms, those have been extremely treacherous to explore with the water levels increasing and the waves and things caused from the storms. He lets out a sigh and looks, over the group, and Renara is nodding as she joins her spot at the table. But, fear not. I will do my best, and now that I have Vera here, who has shown that they excel in the kitchen, we will do our best to make sure that every meal we have is delightful, even if we don't have everything we would enjoy having. We'll get through the stormy patch, no pun intended, and we will, enjoy it as we always have. Thank you all for staying here and being our guests, of course. I hope everyone slept all right.
As Vera walks around the corner, whereas their normally wavy hair, because it was wet and then dried in the kitchen, is a curly mess.
Upon seeing you, Bleb kind of leans over near Duper and whispers into Duper's ear, "Is that what's going to happen to you? Is that what happens? Does it go like that?"
My hair is not curly like hers, but I do understand her pain.
It kind of looks like the thickets in the forest.
Well, over time, I'm sure it would get back to its natural state. But for the time being, why don't we keep this humor between you and I?
Oh, so like we have like a secret. We're like secret pals. Secret bunnies.
Yes. It'll be our little secret.
Vera will come over and sit next to Duper, give him a carrot, but right before he eats it, they'll say, "Don't eat it yet. This is to help bolster you in battle. I put some magic in it. Eat it in battle, I'll help bolster you against attacks."
Oh, I'm sorry. Normally when I see a carrot, it doesn't last very long, but
Restraint.
I do appreciate the help.
So, as per usual, as we talk about storms, it's storming here, so I am checking something real quick.
Same
Okay.
here. My internet's been in and
Yeah,
out.
we're
so-
about to get rocked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay,
It's
we
sunny
will.
here.
I'm sorry, who are you? Can you please leave? Thank you. Matt. Yeah, so we will do our best, and if at some point anyone needs to get off because of storms, or if I need to, then we will just kind of play it by Duper's ears. They are the largest in the
Matt,
group.
it literally bypasses
They
you by
are,
like
they are.
miles.
What's funny is Duper's ears don't stand straight up. They're droopy.
Oh, see, I just thought the image that you gave as a reference cut them off.
No.
Your ears
Cousin
might
Duper's ears
your ears might be standing later on.
We're cutting Duper's ears off?
Okay, I'm gonna switch screens real quick because now I feel like I need to elaborate. Get ready for some sound if you don't have sound. because I haven't been playing music, but it's getting ready to happen. What do I want? I want
Duper just
this.
looks like he has docked ears.
How does
Oh, they're back behind him.
Let's see.
how does this
It should have sound in theory. Yours are standing up.
Oh yeah.
how does this
Yes.
My bad.
turn it to
Cut my life into pieces.
I didn't real. I guess I should have asked. I didn't realize that they were intentionally down. I just thought that they were. It was the image reference. So I apologize that now you have ears that are up.
Well, I mean, technically for right now they could be down, but maybe as a paladin, as he becomes more comfortable in his faith, his ears stand up in confidence.
Okay, there we go.
Problem solved.
Yeah, that was a little treat that I did off of Fiverr. Which is crazy because getting all 6 of your characters drawn cost less than when I got my first character that I never ended up playing with drawn a year and a half ago. Online groups for the win. Alright, sorry for anyone watching that I just completely digressed to share some character art that I had drawn so that we could look a little more similar as a group. Alright, so we are at breakfast. Renara has joined the table, and you can get a sense, like, as she is joining and kind of talking off of what Turok had said, and she is kind of full of empathy and concern. And she's like, yes, indeed, these storms have affected us all. But, you know, as I always say, and you kind of see Blep give a little eye roll. Have to stay positive. Yes, Blep, we do have to stay positive and continue to be welcoming. And we don't want you to feel bad that we don't have as much as we typically do. We're very grateful that Faith was able to rescue you all out of the waters yesterday, and that the storm this morning and that happened. There was a wreck on the other side of the island, and we weren't as fortunate. Varnith had gone out looking, and she was not able to find any evidence of any survivors this morning. Well, don't be shy. Go ahead and eat. There's tea and water, anything that you might need.
Balric will grab grab one of the oh crap, I just lost the word. Omelets and in a glass of water and munch away.
I will join in the meal.
So these are like full-on egg omelets, right?
Can you make an omelet any other way?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not like there's like a turkey omelet.
Yes.
like
You're
to
gonna
make
laugh
mine.
at me because I'm pulling out a Michael. Parag, not using his silverware or anything, is going to use both hands to pick up the omelet. Kind of look around to make sure nobody's looking. Not even truly looking, because I'm sure everybody's going to be staring at him in about 2 seconds. And just bury his face in it.
As you are burying your face into the omelet, a man walks in, and he has his arms filled with a basket, and he has a pretty weary expression on his face, very evident that he had a restless night. And he, looks to be an older gentleman. He has kind of like an apron on, mud stains on his clothes and everything, and he just takes one look at you, Harag, and he says, "Well, Tarak, I don't know what you've put into breakfast this morning, but that's how Patch tends to eat. I've never seen a person eat quite like that before. It's different." As the gentleman says this, Tarak just kind of begins to cough from laughing at taking in the sight. Thomas, you caught me off guard there. Yep. Well, I can't take full credit. Vera here also helped. How's everything going up at the farm? Well, if you must know, the storm this morning kind of resulted in some of the animals getting loose, but I see you have a couple animals here, and kind of nods again towards Harag. I'm Thomas. To all of those of you who are new, I tend to bring around food and things for Renara and Tarog to use to feed the people who pass on by Dragon's Rest here.
It's very nice to meet you, Thomas. If you need any help getting your livestock back in order, we might be willing to help.
And that is Farmer Thomas there. And as you say that, Balric, he takes the baskets and sets them on kind of the edge of the table, so they're not in the way of anything. And he is, yes, Renara, again, apologies, the baskets today are not quite as plentiful as they normally are, and I didn't have enough time to put together as large of a basket as I would have liked, and I'm a little unsure if I will be able to, it's been discussed, our animals have gone missing, and I fear for their safety, and I already have my boy out searching for them, and yes, I'm sorry, I'm just overcome with the emotion. I haven't even met you all properly or anything, and you've already offered to help. It would be appreciated. And as he's saying that, both Renara and Tarak, they look at him and it was like, well, of course you can't search for them alone.
Cooper would hear that comment and kind of respond with a, even though I may be considered a part of some farmers' livestock, I am a pretty good tracker. Maybe I could take a look and see if I couldn't tell which way they went.
Oh, yes, that would definitely be much appreciated. I if it's not too much to ask, if you all could search for them, it would allow me to be able to repair the fence. We had a tree that fell right on the fence, and it created a gap, and that's how they've gotten out. And once I have that finished, I of course can go out looking, and like I said, my boy is already looking around the aisle for them as well. And Tarak at that point kind of speaks up and says, I myself would come and assist immediately this morning, but I do have some pressing matters to attend to. But once I'm finished, I can head to the farm to assist you however is needed, or to continue to look for the animals. Certainly, Taraki. You all are being far too kind. It is appreciated. And I know any kind of gestures to all of you. I know that we've only just met, and I'd heard rumors of the bravery of this group circulating around, and now I know of your kindness to go along with that bravery. You will surely be right at home here. Is there anything that you might need from me to before you go out and search? It looks like you've had breakfast. You're welcome to take some fruit so that you have nourishment while you are looking.
Nothing that I can think of off the top of my head.
I'm not much of a fruit person, but Vera did give me this lucky carrot.
I wouldn't call them lucky, but I do happen to have a couple of carrots here as well. Different varieties, even.
And his Duper's ears kind of perk up, and he kind of like feeling as though that he spoke too quickly. He slowly walks up to accept the carrots.
Yes, and as he hands you some carrots, he gives you some purple and yellow and more like whitish colored carrots. These should taste pretty good to a fellow like yourself.
I'm writing that down. It was purple, white,
Yellow.
what was the other one? Yellow.
Yellow.
Okay.
I've gotten like really good at Googling things to be able to add more descriptors because the only carrots I know are the little orange baby carrots.
Yeah.
I will just ask, so Thomas, what do you all have for livestock that we would be looking for? Just so that we actually know if we find some of yours.
Yes, my wife, she wrote down the list after we had gone through and assessed what we were missing, and he pulls out this really crumpled, pretty torn, and damp piece of parchment, and he goes through and he's reading off this list with a sense of urgency and also affection. He's like, well, the first thing that really set us off was when we went to get milk from our prized dairy cow, Daisy. Daisy is very distinctive in these parts. No one else has a milking cow quite like her. Brown and white spots, very, very unique in that pattern, and has an extremely gentle temperament. And then we're also missing a couple of our goats. We have Milo, who's a black goat. Not surprising. He has a knack for escaping on a good day, so naturally he probably was out before anything even was there to let him out. And then Pebble, as well, our sure-footed mountain goat, a thick, shaggy coat. And he kind of gets a little teary-eyed at this one. We're also missing Patch, and looks at Harag. Yeah, we're missing Patch. And Patch is my sheepdog. I've had him for years. Fluffy white fur, black patches. He is my best friend, really. Besides my wife, of course. Don't let her know. He probably is second to her, or first to her. And we are also my daughter's cat Whiskers, a tabby cat, has gone missing as well. Oscar, the plump pig that we were hoping to harvest for bacon one year, and my son took a liking to him, and there was that. And we're missing 4 of our chickens. We have Feather, Ginger, Nugget, and Sunny. Sunny is very vibrant and very free-spirited. Good luck with that one. And the most important here that we are missing is really our prized livestock, our prized bull, Thunderhoof. And Thunderhoof stands head and shoulders above any other bull anywhere that I've ever seen. An impressive size, muscular build, a fierce demeanor. He's unlike
Has
anything
fists for hands.
else. What's that?
So, I didn't mean to say it out loud, but now I'm going to because it was funny. Harag, looking up at this guy, hearing about a massive bull, is going to think about one of the fairy tale stories he was told as a child. Cheese, plaster dripping out of his mouth, and just look at him and say, instead of hooves, did it have fists?
Excuse me, a bull with, did you say fist?
Yes, it is a fey level creature. It's very dangerous.
I mean, Thunderhoof is pretty dangerous if you don't know how to harness the power of him, but no fist. I wouldn't say fist, though if you get hit it probably feels quite like fist.
Did you
Well-
say plaster? Cheese and plaster all over his
No,
face?
cheese
Cheese-
like plaster.
Oh, okay.
All I could think about was Family Guy. Oink. Uh,
I feel inclined to ask more about this fisted bull. I imagine anyone trying to breed would be intrigued by something such as this.
well, good luck capturing it to try to breed said creature. How tall is your bull?
Like, if he were to stand on his hind legs, I guess I've never really measured him quite like that.
Your bull can stand on its hind legs?
Oh, I'm sorry. You were talking about fist, and I thought we were just going with whatever we wanted to say here in this moment to get maybe a little chuckle and ease the tension that I'm feeling. I mean,
Well, if this... Please go
I-
first.
I would say that he is probably a little, like, I'd say we're about close to 6 foot. Like I said, very muscular, top notch.
Well, perfect. You were very descriptive in everything. I really hope that we can find everything back for you.
I do as well. I appreciate it. Like I said, they, I feel as though they're not just livestock. To me, they're family. We're walking. We have the pig that was supposed to be bacon, and now Oscar comes in the kitchen sometimes in the morning. Well, used to, doesn't quite fit as easily, and sometimes tries to steal the bacon off the plate, but I don't quite feel right about that. As you all are kind of finishing up the conversation, Renara steps forward and, puts hand kind of around Thomas's shoulders and um, looks to you all and says, "Your assistance in finding Thomas's missing animals will be greatly appreciated. Like I've always tell the kobolds and everybody, we are a community, and coming together as a community is what is needed here at Dragon's Rest." Turok nods in agreement, and he has a little touch of concern that's lingering in his eyes. "I only wish that I could join the search and sooner than later. But today I need to go and I need to meet with my apprentice. After speaking," and looks at Renara, "speaking with you last night, I think the tensions need to be alleviated, and speaking with her is the way to do that. But I trust the group here after yesterday and seeing how you handled those ogres, that this task should be of ease. So may the light guide you on your journey."
Greatly appreciated. We'll be back once we finish up looking. So
If
Shoot.
you didn't catch it in the chat, I dropped all the names. Don't ask me who is what, because that I might not be as good at.
Perfect. I took notes of the animals, but I couldn't get all of the names.
I
Yeah,
took
so-
all of the notes possible.
Daisy is the cow.
Cow.
Milo.
Is the black goat.
Yep. Pebble is the mountain goat. Patch is the dog. Oscar is the pig. Whiskers is the cat. Oh, he did not mention Feather. Feather is their prized ostrich as well. So we kind of
Ostrich.
I forgot I forgot the one that we were feeling the most. You probably noticed, Renara, there's not an ostrich egg in the basket for you. Feather has gone missing as well. And then Ginger, Nugget, Pearl, and Sunny are all chickens, and then Thunderhoof is the bull.
Perfect.
All right. So I will say with this, a lot of it is going to be just kind of talking through. You have, as a group, you have Faith with you who would know the island and be able to guide. So I didn't see a point in creating a map, because that is on my to-do list. I don't like the map that came with. I need to make it a little larger for adding some stuff in. But you all are able to, explore the island and figure out where different things are. It's kind of so theater of the mind and kind of going through that point.
I will be right back. Just 1 second.
Do you all want to do a quick break before we get going into this?
Yeah.
Sure.
That would be fantastic.
All right, let's do 10 minutes because that puts us at 7.
We're still on the call.
Right.
Perfect.
Cool. 7. We will come back. If you're watching in the chat, we will see you in 10 minutes. All right, welcome back. If you're tuning in on the stream, we are getting ready to go on a scavenger hunt of epic proportions because we need to catch some animals. I'm not good at math. Is that like 12 different things that the group needs to find? I can see people counting with their eyes. But the group has just had breakfast. They've met Farmer Thomas, whose livestock, because of the storm, have gotten out, and Ulrich had volunteered the group to go and search and help locate the livestock, is where we are picking up at.
Yes, it is 12, by the way.
Ooh, the fact that it took that long to count that high, I think instead of playing D&D, we're going to have some math lessons. Go back to the
Don't
biscuit.
do all that again.
Oh, is it because you ran out of fingers and you couldn't get to your toes? That happens to me all the time.
I had to use my eyes instead.
Just got out of math class. I've got math class in the fall. You know what? I can take a break.
Ooh. All right. So as the group begins to kind of gather up to go, Farmer Thomas would look and be and turn towards Faith, since you know the island well, especially in comparison to everyone else, and be like, I'm sure they've probably gotten off into the forest, so you probably want to start with the trail that leads from the farm and kind of follow into the woods and see if you are able to locate anything. Like I said, the boy is out looking, but he's like can be distracted. He sees a butterfly and that's the direction he goes. So it wouldn't hurt to double step and see if you're able to find something he might have missed. He's not all that skilled in tracking, I'm afraid. I haven't had the time to really teach him how to track animals and whatnot. His grandfather is supposed to, but work just tends to get the best of us sometimes.
Mm-hmm. We'll get on that.
Also, just so you're ready, some music is getting ready to happen on Foundry. Alright, what would the group like to do?
Jam out to this awesome music going on right now.
Oh, did I pick something? It's called Into the Unknown, so I was hoping it was fitting.
It fits. I like it.
Sounds like Lord of the Rings.
Hey, you never know what could happen here.
Yeah, this is true.
What?
Music is not up.
I think once Balric finishes eating, he'll just kind of start to get ready. Hearing that there's a forest really got him excited. He's hoping that maybe while they're searching, he can find something to hunt in order to try and help out a little bit more even. So.
As you all are kind of getting ready, packing up and whatnot, standing from the table, Renara takes a look and don't mind the dishes. I will have Mila and the others help with tidying up and whatnot. And if you need to grab something, I have some. I believe Turok has some venison that you can take with you, so you can have that while you're out in case you don't get back for a midday meal.
Perfect.
Alright, so is the group going to head then to the forest?
Yep.
I think I'm ready.
Yes. And I will suggest we take the trail that you suggested.
As you all go to head out the door, Blep definitely is latched on to the group, and especially Duper, and he, can me and Grimcleaver go? You might need us.
I want to say yes, but I feel like there's more to this than just finding animals. I have the perfect job for you, Blep.
Oh, you do?
Can bring your... Yes, you can bring your trusty dagger.
You mean Grimcleaver?
Yes, Grim Cleaver. Why don't you head to the farm, and then I will give you this special token. If they come back before we return, just say my name and we will know.
You're giving me a token, like a coin? Why do I want that? And I talk to it?
It is actually my second holy symbol, because I have 2 of them.
What's so special about this token anyway, Duper? I want to take Grimcleaver and I want to go cutting down things, slashing away. You know I can do it.
I know that you can. But there has to be someone who can stand guard at the farm. If there
Oh,
is
you
no one
mean it?
there,
Oh, like a soldier.
yes, you are now an honorary paladin in training.
Are you going to knight me? Isn't that what they call it? Do I need to kneel? Should I kneel?
We will get to that in the future. But for now...
It's the future
I
now.
this- Complete this job for me, and we can discuss further training.
Okay, so I just have to go and I stand at the farm and I hold the Grimcleaver and I attack anything that comes my way.
No, don't attack anything that makes its presence known to you. Just be wary of any of these farm animals who might return to their own free will.
Okay, so as they come back, I protect them. I understand. I make sure nothing gets them. No wolves or anything.
Yes.
And be sure to use that token to let us know if they come back.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. And, can I use it more than once or just once? Like, do I wait until I have all of them back? Like, how much can I use this token? Does it have unlimited nights and weekends?
If we have not returned by late afternoon, I want you to use the token. Regardless if all animals have returned or not.
But not before then. So I only get one time I can speak to the token.
One time you can use it.
Oh man, I thought we were gonna be able to keep talking. Like sometimes Mila and us will run like we'll take two cans and we'll run in between the rooms and we talk to each other. I thought it'd be like that.
Not
Yeah.
exactly.
Thought we were going wireless with this shit.
Bluetooth.
Bluetooth.
No, my teeth are black. See? To clarify, that's Bleb, not me
Think of it like
personally.
a collect call. You gotta say what you need to say really fast.
Oh, so I have to collect my thoughts and say them all really, really fast. I can do that, I think. I'll practice, so whenever it's time, I'll be ready.
That sounds like a plan.
Well,
And
we're
if-
going the same place, so I don't know. We can just walk together, and then you can go off and skip around in the forest, and I'll hold down the farm.
That is a fantastic idea. Is everyone ready to head out?
Yep, I am.
Frog, you are coming. And if he hasn't finished demolishing this omelet, Cooper is going to grab his collar and pull him away from the table.
Well, the omelet is annihilated, but my
Okay.
bag is on the table and I'm rummaging through it, trying to find something.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
Yep, we're going. And I will pull Harag with his bag in hand away from the table as we are starting out on this quest.
This bag?
As you all walk and Blep is with the group, all the other kobolds are kind of giving you all a little bit of space. They're not as eager. Plus, there's like 8 of them, and there's no way I'm gonna remember all 8 of their names. But you know, they stay back at Renara's asking them to clean up and like help around and do chores and things. And so as Blep is walking with the group, he just keeps taking his grim cleaver and like swinging it at the air, and I'm practicing. Do you think I'll get them, Jeep, or do you think I'll be able to get anything that tries to attack the farm animals?
You are getting quite good with your weapon. But let us focus on the animals first. The protecting them will come later.
I suppose that's true. I can't protect the air. I have to wait until the animals get there.
Indeed.
Which one do you think will come back first? Any guesses? Any guesses?
In my travels, I have seen that chickens don't stray too far from their home.
It's probably
Well, I would
because they don't
imagine-
fly.
They more of hover.
Hey, tell me a joke.
Oof, that caught me off guard.
Well, I mean, you were talking about chickens. There's gotta be all kinds of chicken jokes. You
What is
know-
little and does nothing but rattle?
A rattlesnake.
No, a chicken that has been caught in my manacle. And he pulls out his manacle from his bag.
I
I'm,
knew.
s- I'm not, this one, Duper, can you stand between us?
Indeed.
small. Those look like they could be used on me. I'm a little nervous.
I have made it my civic duty to keep an eye on this one.
It looks like he only has one good eye, so if you keep both your eyes on him, it should be all right. The other one looks a little crispy.
Well,
At least around it.
I may need some help because if I am watching Harald, the other smaller man over there, I kind of whisper to Black. He tried to hug me.
Oh. You know, you probably should hang out with vegetarians.
They are worse. They eat my carrots.
Yeah, but if you took your carrots and you you took a grim cleaver like I got and you made them really sharp, I bet you could poke out his second eye.
I am not too big on violence. If
Oh,
someone
man.
wrongs me, then if someone wrongs me, then I am more than willing to return the favor. But for me, just to attack someone, it's not my way.
I mean, that's kind of the way it is here. I only have the grim cleaver because it washed on the shore. We don't have very many weapons or anything. Do you think chickens go to school?
I believe that all creatures, both big and small, have their own sort of teachings. Even
What do
though
you-
that
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm excited.
even though some creatures don't go to an actual school building, their parents and their relatives and even some friends may be able to teach them a way of life.
Like how you're going to teach me how to be a paladin like you and you're going to knight me. That makes sense. Well, what do you think a chicken's favorite subject is to study if they were being taught or whatever, at home or at school or wherever it might be?
I believe that the chicken would really enjoy the subject of crap. What's it called? God dang it! It's been so long since I went to high school. Shoot. It ends with ology. No. God dang it.
Most things in ology because that means the study of.
I know.
I think they might like
Nope.
home egg.
Oh, darn! I was gonna say economics!
I lied.
That's
It
close.
does not end. It does not end in ology.
So we've got home egg and economics.
I believe
That one works
their
too.
favorite subject is horticulture.
Whore? What? Whoring is a culture?
No. It is a study of plants.
But a chicken is a bird.
Well, a chicken has been known to eat bugs and maybe even some. And he kind of motions almost as if he's waiting for Blep to answer the rest of that question. And I'm kind of scared what you're going to say.
Bunnies! No! Do chickens eat bunnies? Do they eat
Chicken?
the baby bunnies?
Well, if a chicken is big enough, never mind. We're not going down that road. Do you have any other questions about chickens?
No, that was it. I just wanted to tell a joke. Oh, it looks like we're close. I see the path to the woods, so I guess I'll head up to the farm. Well, Duper, do you need to take the Grim Cleaver, or should I keep it? I want you to be safe. You're my new best friend.
I should be fine. Hold on dearly to your weapon. I forgot its name again already, and you just said it.
The Grim Cleaver, how could you forget?
Grim Cleaver. Yes, that's it. Hold on to your Grim Cleaver.
What's yours called?
My sword is nothing too special, but sometimes I like to call her Lysandra.
You dog.
Is there what does it mean?
Well, when I was a young bunny, I heard stories of a
Knew you were a bunny.
great group.
I'm sorry. I'm listening, Duper. I really am.
This group had fought many battles together, and they had a certain member that was sort of the outcast. She was sometimes looked down upon, and at some points it seemed she was babied, but she always rose to the occasion, and she always packed a big punch. And I feel as though I can relate to that, so I decided to name my sword after her.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, it's not as catchy as Grim Cleaver, but I get it. I mean, it's basically like a cleaver of death, but yours works too, I guess.
Well, I guess we better get off to see if we can find these chickens. When they get home, they'll be egg-static.
Excellent. Don't forget though. Don't forget, there's a little bit moo than that.
Yes, that would be bad.
God dang it, there's so many puns.
And don't get winking around. And with that, Blep takes off towards the farm to go stand watch, apparently, as he is on a quest to become a paladin. Okay, yeah, so you all quickly do find the trail that is going to lead you into the forest. If there's any particular way that you would be walking, anything that you would be doing.
I'd be keeping an eye out, just really keeping an eye out, but less looking for the livestock animals and more looking for like anything that I could hunt in the forest.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a... I guess if you're looking for something to hunt, survival.
Survival. Oof. That was not good.
As you are kind of looking around and stuff in the forest, you know, there's a lot of, mud and fallen debris, and so, like, you're not having an easy time of tracking. I mean, you see the typical things, some bugs, grasshoppers, and whatnot, and since it had just rained, like, there were worms and things to easily be found, but no good, like, quality game or anything.
Okay.
At like the start of this path, could I also do a survival check to see if I see any tracks to kind of get a guideline of if the animals actually went this way?
Yes, roll me survival as well.
Ooh, that's a little better.
It definitely is. I mean, considering that Balric is the ranger, I feel like an 11 from you is great compared to his 5. Yeah, so the trail itself is fairly, like, muddy, but, like, it's kind of that mud where it's very impressionable. And so as you're looking, you do see quite a few tracks, like, especially at the start of the trail, and things like, it kind of seems like a bit of a commotion might have happened. It's hard to really distinguish any individual, like, tracks to, like, oh, this is the dog or the cat, but, like, you are able to tell, like, there are definitely animals passing through.
And I will relay that to the group as well.
The tracks.
Okay. Anything else that anybody would be doing at the start?
Parag, have a demon spell from hell that you want to, like, identify livestock or sacrifice goat?
Oh gosh, did you go and let out the animals?
No.
It's
The
part of
black
his
goat.
morning rituals.
Totally didn't need a sacrifice.
I feel like, hold on, let me get here. I definitely feel like you probably purposely let out this goat. You probably sacrificed it.
That is.
It's like sanguines from ESO.
Can I steal his bag to see if the goat is in the bag?
No.
That's what he was looking for.
Make me a sleight of hand check on that.
Oh, there it is. Come on, be a nat 20.
Mm.
Oof. Nope.
You go to grab the bag, but Harag definitely sees and is anticipating you trying to grab onto the bag. Harag, how would you respond? Probably cast that go to hell spell.
Banishment.
Turning around or looking at you, he's going to cause his eyes to change a color as if he was preparing a spell.
Just the
And
good
he's going
eye
to
or
look-
both eyes?
Both eyes change. It's just one of them is limpy. And he looks down at you and he says, Listen here, buddy. You do not need to be touching my bag.
I was just looking for this black goat. I made an assumption, and I apologize. But please, don't call me Bunny. I allowed Blep to do it because he is a child.
I didn't say bunny, I said buddy.
Did you actually say buddy? Or do we need some deception?
I'm totally gonna do an insight check.
I'll laugh if you fail this.
Oh, I did. Oh, I did.
You did bad.
I apologize again. I get a little anxious when someone calls me Bunny. I do apologize.
Buddy. I was totally waiting for a Divine Smite level 7!
Oh yeah, okay.
With the awkward conversation happening there, I'm just like, so Faith, do the barnyard animals here get out fairly regularly, or?
DM?
I mean, you can go ahead and decide whatever you want to say. I'll let you decide.
Okay.
It's not something that's gonna affect anything.
Yeah, well, he did mention that the one guy likes to, he's a bit of an escape artist, so he does it all the time. But the storm does tend to wreak havoc on that fence.
Oh, well, maybe at some point I can take a look at it and see if I can fix it. So.
I'm sure he would appreciate that if I were handier.
I would say at this point, walking through and trying to grab bags and whatnot, that you'll probably have been on the path for about 10 minutes or so, following the trail.
Do the tracks look like the animals were spooked?
Back from the start of them, or like in following the tracks?
You said it looked like chaos up there, which Duper relayed. So was it like chaos, like they had been spooked, or? Apologies.
Yeah, I mean, so the tracks were very unclear. Kind of think of a crowded situation with everybody shuffling around. Like, you can't really make much out of it. But you're welcome to, I mean, at this point, you're 10 minutes away from those tracks. You're welcome to roll and see if you notice any better tracking or anything of that nature.
Oh, yeah, with me and my survival.
You know, sometimes it's just the luck of everything.
I'll be keeping my eyes open too to see if I notice anything.
Oh, your survival is a minus.
That is why I was saying that.
Well, I mean, it's better than Duper, just by a point there. So as you all are going further into the forest, the tracks themselves, you had that cluster at the beginning, and then it kind of, where you're currently at, you're only down to a few sets of tracks. You're not too familiar with what tracks they are, except I would say, especially because you have, is it Spot? Is that the cat that you have? You do recognize that there are some cat tracks.
Is it Whiskers?
Yes, Whiskers.
I found Whiskers.
And then, real quick, I wrote this somewhere, but then I am me and I don't know where it is. Can I have everybody tell me what your passive is, just to make things easy?
massive
Perception.
12.
14.
Oh, sure.
11.
Oh.
9.
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
great.
Well, we be rolling.
You want me to roll? I'll roll.
No, I mean, that at least gives me kind of a baseline of knowing that for a lot of things, everybody but Faith will notice. Which, the irony of the fact that you're the one who has been on the aisle the longest.
It took
Just
me
so-
several times.
Yeah.
It took me several
So
times to
comfortable
play
with-
anything.
Yeah, just so at ease as the birds are humming off in the distance. Anything at this point that anybody else would be trying to do? So we've looked at some tracks. We know that we have cat tracks, and those appear to be staying on the trail at this point.
I'd be kind of like, especially after he said that his prized bull was about 6 feet tall, I'd be looking upward, looking to see if there's like any broken kind of branches or anything on the trail.
Okay. I would say, like, if you're actively kind of searching, I'm gonna be fine with you all either rolling investigation or like, tracks are definitely gonna be survival, but things like that I feel could also be investigation. So I will let you pick.
I
I had
go
the
with
2
survival.
backwards when I said that I was good at tracking because I had my nature and survival backwards.
Hmm.
Investigation's alright though. Yeah, that'll work.
I got a 21 searching for that, so.
Oh,
Yeah, we've got 21, 19, 19. Harag, do you want to roll for anything? Oh, there we go.
Rolling it,
Ooh.
couldn't find it.
you see dirt.
You see the forest. You don't like the forest. There's not enough hell happening in it. So
God.
as you all are taking a look around, you all do notice that kind of veering off the trail to the left, there seems to be a few broken branches. You don't, especially with the 21, you don't think that the branches are broken enough for it to be the bull that may have gone in that direction to the left, but you do think that something larger has gone in that direction, probably between the pig, cow, or like goat size. You're not too sure. But you also, as everyone's kind of looking around and helping, the cat tracks go veering towards the right side. So like now leaving the path that you're on and like deciding which direction do we take.
Well,
Where
do
we
we,
wanna start?
I almost wonder if we should, it almost never works well to, split the party, but, I mean, if we're just looking for barnyard animals, how bad could it honestly be?
Oh God, you had to say that.
Have you never seen Barnyard?
You all are also missing 2 of your people.
Yes, we are.
But
you each their own, I guess.
but technically there are 2 quote unquote paladins.
Blep is not with you.
What am I,
He
a
is
duck?
protecting the air.
What am I, a
are
duck?
you? Oh, no, you're not a duck.
She's a chicken. I found one.
You're
I'll say, Faith, you're part paladin, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't crazy.
It was the weirdest thing. I just suddenly got powers the other day. It was so weird.
It's all that studying with Renara. It's finally paid off. 5 years. Alright, where would we...
I mean,
Are we splitting? Who's going where?
do we actually want to split the party? Because, you know...
I know a cat is good for always going back to where it was last fed, so I'm not going to the cat.
I'd probably go toward the left side.
Duper?
I'm not too keen on splitting the party, but Duper being smaller and with his backstory, I feel as though he would go towards the cat because he is feeling more passionate about finding the smaller creatures than the bigger ones.
And honestly, because of Spot, Faith would go for the cat too.
Oh, shoot, both paladins. I lied.
Our best friend's a cat.
If we get in trouble, I'll shout really, really loud.
Well, here's
Oh, we're
hoping we can
doing
do.
this.
Oh, you
We're gonna
will
die.
definitely hear an encounter.
Well, we've been trying to get a TPK for a while now, so here we go.
I've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Oh,
I already
gosh.
gave my token away, so this isn't good.
Okay, so we are in fact splitting.
Cowabunga it is.
Okay, so both paladins are going to the right.
I guess.
Gosh, you assholes.
Both ranged people are going to the left.
Oh my god. I mean, that isn't the worst, I guess.
Here's hoping.
Okay, so... Alright, I guess... Let's see. How do we want to do this?
I don't know. Who do you want to kill first?
Don't put that stress on me.
Jackie, I think we're okay because with you being a paladin and me being a paladin, we have quite a bit of laying on hands. So
I'm only one
Okay.
level of paladin. I only have 5.
that's okay. I'm only level 2,
Two.
so I have 10. But
Alright, we're gonna start with the left group first, and then the right group, and we will kind of go back and forth until we've hit a point. And then we will see what happens. This... Oof. This is going to be fun, my friends. Alright, so anything before you all separate that you would say? Any, like, and I guess I'm asking more from DM, like, a little bit of metagame so I'm aware. At what point are you too far away from each other? Like, is there any kind of conversation about that for you all? Like, are we going for it, or are we going for it with reservation?
I'd probably be pretty reserved about it.
yeah,
Especially since Duper, like, I barely know Harag. I know Duper a lot more, but I still want to try and find whatever is down this, whatever went down breaking these branches. So
Cooper is very comfortable traveling with Faith because she has been on the island for so long. He feels no. Well, since we have decided to part ways, what if we had a plan in case these paths split too far? I mean, who's to say that the path you guys are following doesn't take a right and they are running parallel with each other?
That's very true. Maybe if just trying to think of how we could work this. Maybe if after about 3 minutes we don't find anything else, or 2 minutes, we just head back to the center.
I think that is a very smart plan. And then if one of our mini parties doesn't make it back in time, the other comes looking for them.
Agreed.
Hey. All right.
So,
go ahead.
Hearing both, sorry.
Oh no,
hearing
you're good.
Hearing both sides say their pieces, Harag is going to start to turn down the left path, kind of throw his arms into the air, staff in one hand and spellbook in the other, and say, "It is a cat. How hard can it be to find a cat? Now, a big bull, that is the challenge. I'll be going this way. See you in 3 minutes." And he's going to stomp away.
Okay. Well, you have fun with that. We're gonna go this way.
Have fun storming the castle.
I will follow Harag then.
I'm assuming that Faith and I would go towards the feline.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, I am thinking through distances of how far. My brain is a very linear brain. And I'm fine that you are doing this, but like when I planned out everything, it was very much go here. So I'm thinking through. Okay, so the group going to the left, can I have each of you roll for me 2 D100s, both of you.
I guess I'll do it on here, because that's the only spot I know how to.
I'm with you.
I will roll them all separately, or both separately.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oof.
The second one was a little better.
Yeah, I don't know if high is good or if low is good. So.
There is now 79 goblins.
Alright,
Then I think you would hear me scream.
Ooh,
I
I
would
got
not-
a 40 and a 23.
I would not want to manage that. Like, I've read stuff where people do like a huge battle for Lost Mine of Findelver, and I'm like, there's no way. Oof, okay. So you all continue on the path. What was my roll? 70. Okay. You all continue walking on the path, and as you do, are you looking for... I guess you're not on the path. My bad. You have got off the trail. Both groups have gone separate ways, so now you are just in the foliage of the forest. walking around, trying to see. You did notice that there were some branches that were looked to be snapped and broken. Didn't look to be quite bull-sized, but definitely was not cat-sized either. Anything that you would be doing as you are going out this way? Are you trying to find more tracks? Are you trying to find really anything? Just kind of going for it?
I'd be looking for like what kind of tracks we would be, or what kind of tracks would be there, and then or like any kind of like fur or anything that I can see, like maybe clinging to like tree or branches, anything like that. So
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one. Just looking for any kind of sign of life, like anything's been going through there recently.
Okay, so you can do nature or survivor. I don't know why I can't say that right now. Survival.
try nature, I guess. Oof.
I'll go
that's not
survival
great.
just because I'm proficient.
Okay. So
Ooh,
as
17.
you are looking around, so Balric, as you're taking a look, you don't find any fur, and tracks are not really standing out to you at this point. Like you're not taking, it's not because they're not there and you're oblivious, you're just not taking the time to really look through and see like what might be underneath some of the leaves and taking into account that. But you do notice that like every so often there are some branches that look to be maybe chewed on a little bit, and a few are broken. Parag, as you are looking through, you do notice that there are you kind of get down to the ground and move a little bit of the leaves out of the way, and you kind of pick up a scent that you're like, oh yes, there's definitely been farm animals passing through here. And as you are looking and trying to like make sense of like what you might be tracking, you notice some like little almost like black little beans on the ground, and you see that they're in front of you, and you kind of get a waft as a little breeze comes by, and you're like, oh, this is definitely some kind of manure. Are you picking it up or leaving it on the ground?
I'm gonna ask Balric to pick it up.
That works.
Oh, perfect! You found scat, and I'll pick it up and see if I can identify what it came from.
Well, so he gets you to pick it up, and Harag, I just imagine maybe you chuckle a little under your breath because like you already knew it was scat with the 17 there,
Yeah.
and in fact it is coming from the goats.
Ah, yes, goat scat. We must be on some kind of right trail here. So
At first, I was just trying to be funny, but then you were serious about it.
And I would say at this point you all are probably from that starting point about 250 feet away from where you started. Okay, and then the group going in the other direction, go ahead and I don't want quite that large. Each of you roll me 2 d20s.
Okay, pipe down over there. Well, I got the low end covered, you got the high end covered. Let's do this.
Did I see that right? Was that a D12 in there?
Yes, you rolled a d12, dude.
Did? Oh. Okay.
Oh.
I must have put the wrong one.
It's still a d12.
There we go. What the heck?
Oh.
Leave me alone!
That's twice. You failed
Proud of you.
twice.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
I
cool.
still rolled the 5.
Yeah, I don't have to change my math. That's perfect. Alright, so as you all go to the right off of the trail, what would you all be doing, looking for?
Well, definitely keeping an eye on the tracks and probably doing. Skirt, come here, Whiskers.
Okay, I'm
Because, you know, I've got to draw as much attention to myself as possible.
okay, and then Duper, what would you be doing? And I will have you all roll. I just want to hear both of your ideas before I tell you what to do.
So, as I kind of see Faith keep her eyes on the path, I have full trust in her leading us the right way. With her, you know, being from the island, she knows kind of the paths. So I have a feeling that she is going to be sticking solely to the tracks. So I am going to be looking to the trees because I know that cats tend to climb trees. So maybe Little Whiskers is hiding amongst a branch or hiding in a bush. I mean, it's, yeah. Just kind of keeping my eyes up at this point.
Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm going to have Faith roll I'm going to have you do 2 rolls based on what you said. So I want a perception with advantage and then a survival, just a regular roll on that. And then Duper, you're looking up in the trees and you're kind of short. So I don't know how well that will be, but I'm not going to make you roll at disadvantage. But roll for me, either you can do perception or you can do investigation. And I guess I will give the caveat, it's whichever one is your lower skill, since you are short.
Oh, okay. So let me roll investigation then. Oh no, they are the same.
Oh,
They have the same plus. So let's go with my first one then.
Okay. Perfect. So you have a 13, and then Faith's. Okay, so as you all go off of the trail and you are trying to find Whiskers, Faith, you begin kind of catcalling to it, you know, in a similar way that you probably do to get Spot if Spot were to get out of sight or whatever, and you're just very intent. You're worried about this family cat maybe not being found. And, you know, because you are familiar with the island, and so, you know, if the cat is here in the forest, there's all kinds of, people hunt in the forest, so it could have gotten caught into a snare or something. It also could have been hunted by something in the forest, or caught up in whatever, a vine, or whatever the case may be, or...
I know we got one dude, man, talking about sacrifice and stuff. I mean, who knows?
Right. It might have been the sacrificial cat of the day. So anyway, as you are looking, you do end up losing track of the tracks at some point. Not they were there and then you looked and they weren't. But you are kind of calling and listening to see, and your passive is only 9, so that doesn't help either. You're kind of calling out and maybe being a little bit too obnoxious in your calls to hear if you hear any meowing coming back. Duper, you are looking to the sky as short as you are trying to, and maybe you're hopping every now and then to get a little bit of a boost. You do notice, though, as you get to one of the trees in the forest, there are some scratch, claw marks on that tree itself that you can kind of see on one of the, like, right before a branch, like right on kind of the trunk of the tree. You see some claw marks that have been made into it.
Okay.
If you
About
would like-
how high up in the tree would that be?
So you're able to see it, even with your short statured, and so I would say it's probably like right before the first branch, because like branches off from the tree, so probably what, like 6 feet up.
Okay.
If you want, you can roll a survival or a nature to see any, like, you just know that they're claw marks at this point.
So I want to use one of my charges of my rabbit hop to be able to get up in the tree where I see the claw marks, so I could get a really good look at them.
Okay, you can roll with advantage.
Okay, and you wanted a perception or investigation?
Well, I would have gone nature or survival, but really you can pick from those 4. I'm not.
Okay.
I don't care too much. We're basically throwing d20s around, right?
Yep. So I will go with a survival check since it's kind of an animal track, I guess. That'll work.
There you go. That'll do, donkey.
Okay. So as you hop up there and like you hop up and you kind of perch yourself on the branch so like you can just really get like your face like right into the bark of this tree and kind of take a gander at what it is. You immediately notice, like, being closer to these claw marks, that they are far too large to be something that would belong to the cat. From the ground, you know, it was iffy, but like being there, you can definitely see. Also, being up on the branch itself, you do, as you are like got your face into the bark, and this breeze kind of ruffles the leaves of the tree. You suddenly like feel the urge to sneeze, and I'm not saying you're allergic to anything, but you know, like dirt, whatever, and you kind of have this urge to sneeze, and before like you do, as you're getting ready to go achoo and like, you know, cover your mouth, as I presume that you would because you're not a high schooler with no manners, you realize like in your hand or paw, is it a paw? What, a rabbit's paws? Yeah, in your paw.
Yep.
You have caught some cat dander.
Oh.
So you're definitely on track to finding the cat. The cat was up there. You're not like, aside from that, there's not any evidence. There's no blood or anything. So whatever was trying to hit at something definitely missed. But there definitely was something larger than a cat that struck at the tree. The cat at some point was on it.
Okay.
How dense is the forest?
So now that you all are like off of the trail, like the canopy is pretty tight. Just a little bit of light kind of glimmering through. Like you if you're standing and you're touching one tree, like you can reach the other tree.
Mostly I was trying to see if I could fly up there and see what I could see a little better. But if it's densely...
You would be able to, like, get... Like, if Duper can hop up there, you can fly up there as well. Like, it's not gonna keep you from getting up that high.
Okay. Then I will do that. What'd you find?
And I would kind of show her the cat dander and the claw marks, and kind of explain what I am assuming to be what happened.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh no, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I think you were going to shift gears, but I was going to say, can I look for the kitty at this level instead of the bottom level? But if you're switching, then we can come back to that.
I wasn't switching away from you all, so you were fine. You can roll. If you are being up there, you can roll investigation, perception. Either one is fine by me. And I know I'm loose with calling what people can roll for. If that bothers anyone, you are welcome to let me know that. A lot of these have a lot of overlap to them. Okay, with a 15, so being up high and would Faith go, I guess, so my question of you would be, are you going as high as you're able to go or as high as Duper is?
Oh, well, I mean, the first, I'm gonna start at Duper, find out what he's seeing, what's going on, and then go a little higher and see if I can get a better vantage point.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean, with the forest canopy, you wouldn't get too much higher, but you are able to kind of maneuver and get up a little bit more, and as you do, you notice a little bit further deeper into the forest, you can see where there's kind of the canopy itself. The tree line isn't as high as it is for where you are right now. It kind of looks as though the trees are shorter, and you can see some shrubbery up ahead, and kind of right in the center of it, you see this entangled mess, this really big area where there's these gnarled roots and thick undergrowth and intertwined branches that have kind of created this really treacherous natural barrier right in the middle of what without that would be a clearing being in the middle of the forest. And so these trees, I would say, would be probably 20 or so feet high would be the average for them, whereas compared to the trees that you all are in now are 30-40 feet tall.
And how far away?
From where you were perched, it's what you would estimate it would take you all more than the remainder of your 3 minutes to get to and get back to the meeting spot. And I'm not saying that you can't continue, I'm just saying it looks to be a little bit away.
Alright, so I'll hop back down to where Duper is and relay what I have found. The problem is, it will take us longer to get there and back than the 3 minutes we were talking about.
Yes, and I feel as though we should hold up our end of the bargain with the come back in 3 minutes, because if I know how this Harag man is, I feel as though he is going to have some influence on their decision. And if they are not back in time, I feel as though they will need help.
Yeah, we should probably head back to him. At least.
And then if they come back, then we can try to persuade to come find the cat.
Okay. Alright, you all begin to get down from the tree and head back, and then let's check in Harag and Balric. So you all have found the tracks of the goats, and you found Scat as well as you were going. What would you like to do at this point?
So you said that we traveled about 250 feet in that time frame. Would that be probably about about half of the 3-minute?
With looking around, yeah, you're probably like, because you stopped and you looked and Harag tricked you into picking up poop. You probably are about at the halfway point to the time.
Okay.
And I just want to say, I don't want you all to feel obligated to return. I know that's what you and character discussed, but you all can do what you're gonna do.
I'll just kind of look at Harag, and I'll say maybe we should just call their names, Milo and Pebble.
Forgot that was the ghost names.
Perhaps that would work.
But if they don't come back soon, I do think that we should head back, because we don't want to alarm anyone.
Logical.
And then I'll just start.
Don't need a. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. What was that?
We don't need more than our party out here hunting. Now do we?
Yeah, very, very true. So, and I'll kind of just like start shouting, Milo, Pebble, are you out here? See if I can like hear like a goat bell or anything.
I guess that'd be animal handling, I feel.
Oh dear.
Or I could go for persuasion. Yeah, we could go for persuasion.
I did a nat one.
Try the persuasion.
You go to scream.
Okay,
so you just don't say anything.
As you are doing this, and if you want to roll something else after, you are welcome to, but as you, like, the first time, like, you suddenly, like, let out this loud call, as you are standing there, right there in the forest, right next to a tree, and you holler out for Milo and Pebble. I really feel like I missed a moment by not saying Otis. As soon as you do that, the tree, just kind of, like, awakens. Not like it's going to be a blight or something that attacks you, but all of a sudden you just hear a lot of ruffling happening as all these birds on this tree just like swarm right towards you. Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
There we go. Not terrible-ish.
Okay. And as, like, you're hollering for Milo and Pebble to, come back to the strange man's voice in the forest, and these birds are just swarming over you, you do manage to hit, the ground, pretty quickly. And, Harag, where would you be in all of this? Like, are you still near...
So, depending on where the scat was and how far Balric moved from that, I would say I'm still relatively close to him.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw as well. And I'm gonna say he probably did step away from you since he's bellowing out, so you can make it with advantage.
You said dexterity.
Yes.
Okay. Oof. Number 2. Yeah, that's better.
There we go. You, like, had noticed that the tree that, Balric was, like, right next to was, like, loaded to the brim with a bunch of birds in it. And so right before, like, as he's taking his breath to call out to the goats, like, you hit the ground. Like, you knew what was going to come, so you hit the ground, and then seconds later, Balric hit the ground after you.
Well, that didn't go as planned.
I don't think the goats were impressed with your goat scream.
Maybe next time we need to check the tree.
Yeah, that could have been a good idea. But do we want to try and head back and see if we can talk him into coming to look for the goat? Zzz.
Sure. As long as there's no more screaming that attracts birds.
No promises. And as I'm walking, or as we walk back to the trail, I will be shouting Milo and Pebble the whole time.
And as talking, not the level of dramatic as that, but each time you call out for Milo or Pebble, and you're like near like a new tree or bush, you just see a little bit of scurrying as a squirrel or a bird kind of hurries out of the way of your call.
Nice.
Dramatic.
That's why we can't have nice things, Ballroom.
And I would say Duper and Faith, you definitely make it back to. You didn't go as far out, so like you make it back to the meeting spot first, and then you hear Balric in his echoing voice shouting for Milo and Pebble as they are approaching the meeting spot.
I do not think they found anything.
I don't think so either. I think they scared everything away.
It just
Milo.
was- Oh, dang it. I missed something I could have done when we were there by ourselves. And I just thought of it because I had an epiphany.
You mean murderer?
No! Shoot.
What'd I do? Why are we murdering me?
Alright, you all are back at the meeting spot. What would you... I mean, I guess really it's going to come down to which side is going to be more persuasive.
Let's see here. The goats are not in trouble. The cat is.
I was just getting ready to lead with that argument that the cat appeared to have been attacked.
It's a cat.
It is a little girl's cat.
It is a small creature.
And there's a
Or
larger
small
creature that I'm.
Girl's best friend.
There's a larger creature that I might be able to hunt and bring back for meat too. So
That would be a challenge for you, wouldn't it, Harug?
Well, I did make him pick up poop.
No, I don't think that was very challenging, though.
Well, Balric, where we found traces of this cat, there was also some pretty big claw marks in the tree. If you're really looking for a challenge, I might have found your prey.
that sounds good to me. I'm in. Then we can go look for Milo and Pebble afterward.
before we leave this spot, I do want to use my detect good and evil to see if there's anything watching us.
Okay.
Parag shows up as evil.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh, look, he's shiny. Who knew?
Oh, it's gonna try and get me to place it. I don't want to place it. I just wanted to roll for it so Charlie could read it.
Oh, I have it pulled up, so you're good.
Okay.
I've gotten really good at Googling things quickly. Okay, so...
Boom.
Yes, everything on the screen right now is definitely evil.
Wait,
Uh-oh.
I'm in that circle.
So... Let's see.
Wait, so am I.
It's
No,
pretty much
you all are
anything
right there
that
in that
is
corner.
like celestial,
Mhm.
fiend,
And are you
undead.
able to tell the difference between them?
You know if there is one, so I assume.
Do you know what the
Well-
is one would be then?
I don't. So in the past, I've always left that up to your call. I know sometimes they say yes, other times it's a no. They could all come up as, hey, there's something bad over here, or yes, it's this kind of creature.
So as cast this, you kind of get the like you pick up and like as soon as you like pick it up, like it kind of dissipates, meaning it's moved. But you do detect that there might be a fae somewhere around in the forest.
It's me. I'm the Fae.
I'm the problem, it's me.
I feel as if we are being watched. And would I know which direction it was?
Yeah, so it was kind of like right at the, I'm trying to think. Like, so with your 30-foot radius that you've dropped on our landing screen, it's like when you kind of like realize that, oh, there's definitely something here kind of keeping a watchful presence on us. It was like right at the outer edge, and so I'm guessing you did this while you were on the trail, is that correct? Like the meeting point?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
so it would have been on the path, still like 30 feet further into the forest, and then just like a little bit off to the side of that is where you kind of got the sense, but then it dissipated.
It dissipated. Okay. Perfect. And I'll kind of relay that to the group too, that it was this way. It was a fae, and now I can't pick it up anymore.
Well,
That's better than hunting goats. Let's go hunt this thing.
the cat and its attacker.
Off to save the cat.
We're off to save the kitty.
The wonderful kitty of...
The farm.
I don't know the girl's
The
name.
farm.
Have fun storming the castle.
Do you think it'll work?
Great. Okay, so you all begin to head towards the cat, and I think I will get us like at that point, and then I think that's probably a good point to call it at, but at least give you something to chew on and think through. So as you all go to the right where Duper and Faith had been, you do eventually come across that tangled thicket, and it almost seems to be like, because there is a lot of vines that are like wrapped into it, a lot of bushes that are kind of mixed and growing into it as well. So like there's a lot of death with the different vines that are entangled, but like it almost feels as though the thicket itself, because there's so much going on and it is so large, that it's pulsating with life in a way. As you kind of stand and you take it in, and this thicket that you are seeing, it is about like 25 feet, 30 feet across in both directions. And as you're standing there, it is probably about like I would say 10 feet high. Like it is a massive ball. And as you are standing there and you're seeing the sunlight kind of filtering through this dense canopy and like going into this foliage that is all tangled together, you notice that right in the center of it, there is a small cat that is kind of stuck right in the middle of this. And I will show the map because I think it's a much better way to visualize it. So,
Oh, okay.
I don't know, can you all see the cat token?
I cannot see the cat.
Okay, because it's underneath a layer, but so the cat is like
Oh,
right
okay.
about here, and it's like underneath. I had tried to make it look as realistic as possible with it, and so like you're standing there, and like you all, probably more than seeing it, you can hear the cat meowing, because it is so high up and so expansive. And so you're standing in front of this thicket, you can hear the cat kind of panicking, and you see its eyes, which look to be very fearful, but like as soon as it sees you all, a little more hopeful. And I guess I never thought to ask it, I know it's just a flavor thing, but is Spot with you, Faith? Or would you have left Spot?
Yeah. Spot's always with her.
Okay. And so, you know, and especially like seeing that, oh, these are people who have a cat, like you just kind of see just through the eyes, because you're able to kind of peer through the different holes, just like a little bit of hope kind of wash over Whiskers. And Whiskers right now, like, doesn't, from what you can tell, but again, you can't tell much, doesn't appear to be hurt. And you like can see a little bit of his fur that's gray and white, and really that's kind of where you all are at. You're right there standing in front of this giant bush that has a lot of thorns, a lot of like broken branches, and the poor little cat has somehow managed to be trapped inside of it.
You said that the branches appeared to be living. How long did it take us to walk there?
It would have been, so from where you all were at the meeting point, it probably took you all about like so you would have had to get through some underbrush and things yourself, like obviously not this level of bad, but like there's a reason there's so much of it. So I would say it probably took you all about 10 minutes total to get to that point.
Okay. All right.
Don't worry, Kitty will be there.
All right. So I think this is a great place for us to stop for the evening. So I will go ahead and get a raid up and going, and then we can chat real quick together. So if you're tuning in to the stream, thank you for watching. If you have not hit the follow button and you want to know what happens to Whiskers please go ahead and do so. We stream on Tuesdays at 5:30-ish, depending on if we can all figure out our technology. Some weeks it's a little bit better than others for us, depending on who. This week I was the problem. But please feel free to hit the follow button. That way you can continue on our next session. And we are gonna, let's pick a channel to raid. Okay. Oh, that didn't work.
I like Duper's sword's name.
I tried being smart about raiding, and I was not as smart as I thought. Like, I had it, like, all set, but then it's telling me it's invalid, so I'll go the old-fashioned way.
So his sword's name actually comes from my wife's character from our one that we were streaming. What was that? 2 Fridays ago. Mm-hmm. So that was actually pretty